Hey guys, so yeah, this is a vlog, of course, after work, off the bus vlog for the last Monday in February 27th. It's a little after 7:30 at night. As you can tell, I just got dropped off at the near the Burger King. The guy almost passed it up because I thought I didn't know if he heard me or not, or maybe he just had other things on his mind. I mean, he was training. Obviously a new driver who decided to let him take over for the rest of the route. But he's one of one of the only people that will you actually make the stop. I mentioned it before. He's one of the only few that will make the stop. To Burger King to give people a closer drop-off point instead of just having them walk from Merced and Eucalyptus. But after this week, that's all going to change if things work out the way I think they are. Because apparently, as I've mentioned before, the Burger King route will not be an issue anymore. Because basically, sorry about that. But basically, like I said, the route won't be an issue anymore because of the fact that, the buses won't be going towards Gustine. And, the reason for that, as I've mentioned previously, is due to the fact that, Gustine is part of Merced County. And by being part of Merced County and everything, they are basically, I guess you could say, only registered, if you will, for the Merced County bus. So at least basically, because they're part of Merced County bus is the ones that should be responsible for taking the passengers to Turlock and such places like Modesto and everything. And that's why the change is happening. The other reason why too is it helps make basically the process, if you will, for traveling and all that a little bit more, I guess you could say, streamlined. It helps it become more streamlined, if you will. And basically that's what it does. It makes it more streamlined. And the reason it makes it more streamlined, essentially, is it makes it quicker for all of us passengers, to get to our destinations without an issue. It also saves, I would assume, on gas and everything, because these are big buses, that they take or that they drive to come get us. They go on these routes. Now, what I'm walking down right now is Inyo. You see where that AutoZone truck is? Yeah, this is the beginning of Inyo. And essentially, what's going to happen is, at the very beginning back there, they're going to, starting next week, they're going to turn. Yeah, they're going to turn, basically, trying to do this without any complication. They're going to basically turn from, like where that AutoZone is right now. You see it? I don't know if you can see it well, but where the AutoZone is right there, they're going to turn from where, like, getting off Merced and Eucalyptus, like they just did. They're going to turn straight down this way. They're not going to go straight to Gustine. They're going to go over here and turn onto Inyo. And then the first stop, of course, is going to be the bus stop across the street from where I'm at right now, the one I would wait at to be picked up to go to work, which is basically that one, right there, that bus stop. Again, I don't know if you can really see it, but that's basically the bus stop I'd be dropped off at. And I'm not dropped off of, but picked up from. I would be dropped off, with it if I went to, Merced with them and all that. But yeah, basically that bus stop will be the new pickup and drop off point for me starting next week. And it's actually a lot easier because, one, I get dropped off right there and all that, and I just basically walk home, not that far from where I normally would walk from Burger King or even Merced and Eucalyptus. So yeah, this basically is the last week that this route that we know of is going to be drove the way normally that everybody's accustomed to, because now it's going to be more streamlined, and by being more streamlined, it basically is going to be, I'm assuming, more consistent. Because here's the thing, as I mentioned before, the buses are not going to basically be like, it's easy. I'm sorry, I do apologize. I am tired. I did work today. But anyway, what I was saying is that the buses are no longer going to be along the lines of, well, if you're heading to, let's say, Walmart and everything, you got to, get off the 45W here and go on to a new 45W, because that 45W, 45 West, becomes the Modesto 40 and everything. So you have to then suddenly board the new 45W, which was the 45E, the 45 East that came out of Turlock. Well, now it's going to be just one consistent route, one bus. And what that means basically is the 45 that I'll be boarding here, it'll be the same 45 I'm going to be riding to Modesto. Now, I'm not Modesto, but to Turlock, basically. It'll be the same 45 I'm going to be riding to Turlock, on a daily basis when I'm working. And I believe the reason they're doing this, honestly, is again to streamline things, but also to kind of basically give passengers, a better experience, because as I've mentioned before and others have talked about, some of the drivers that we've had when we've gone on this, more accustomed route, back and forth, some of the drivers have not been up to par. Some of them have kind of like that one experience I had at the end of last year. Some of them are not, mentally ready for a drive, for driving the bus or something like that. And they need more, I guess you could say, more discipline, or they need a easier travel route, if you will. And this apparently is going to do it, because some things are going to change. Like, as I mentioned, like, instead of going completely down Highway 33 and onto 2nd Street and Salado Avenue in Patterson at the park, instead we're going to go down Highway 33, but then turn onto Sperry Avenue, and then go down a different route, which is right next to the Walgreens and all that. We're going to go down that way and head to the park that way, making it a lot easier to streamline and go like, okay, here we go, straight to Turlock kind of deal after a bit of a break. So yeah, overall, so I just adjust something there. Overall, yeah, I'm guaranteeing you a lot of the bus drivers right now, the new ones that are being trained, like one was being tonight, and the ones that I've been riding with for a while, I can tell you this, they better get ready to, be in store for a shock and for a change. What I'm trying to say, they better be ready to be in store for a shock with this change, because, yeah, playtime, I think, as far as, the bus goes, is over, and I think they're realizing that. So, yeah, it's the start of the last week of the, original, more adjusted bus schedule. And that's all I can say on it, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below. Live chat during the premiere. Like the video. I do apologize, I'm a little over the place. Like I said, I'm tired. I did work today. But let me know what your thoughts are. And until next time, guys, I'll talk to you all later. I am home now. Peace.